Okay, Facebook. I have to repeat myself because YouTube was without sound. I am sorry. I vow to become better. Welcome, day 20 of the God Wants to Talk to You challenge. The theme of money is coming up again. Last time it came up was on day 10. This is day 20. Reading, contemplating, reading. Right, dear God, what would you have me know about love and money? My love, as you evolve as a species, all your movement, all your efforts, all your focus will become expressions of love. You come from a time of survival, and so your money and its regulations are expressions of survival. You are moving into a time of love, divine desire, and art, and so your money will be an expression of your love, your divine desire, and your art. Money is the language that you give to your energy to make it tangible, to make it transferable, to make it translatable. It says, as an individual, I value this. As a society, we value this. As a species, this is what we are. Money is how your identity travels into the world. As your identity changes, collectively and individually, the frequency your money carries into the world changes. Money is an extension of your energy. Money is an extension of what you are. When you understand this, money becomes a sacred tool for your sacred creation. Every creation holds the frequency of its creator. Everything you create holds your frequency. Money is the vehicle that moves your frequency into your creation. What you are, your money is. As you become love, your money does. Love, God. Well, what do we have to say about that? So the code that I came here with, me, uniquely. Me, that doesn't mean I'm the only one, but that is true for me, is the code of universal love. And so what I started to do, because I found it helpful, I suspected it to be helpful, is to merge the frequency of love, which universal love, which I hold so known in my body, with the frequency of money. And that is something that I heard from my mentor, Melanie and Layer, when she coaches people on that, where people say, I'm not really interested in money. I'm interested in freedom. And so she says, well, then look for all the moments and all the scenarios where money represents freedom, where money brings you freedom. And then you can begin to bring those frequencies together, because then money equals freedom. And it helps to look at it in that way. And I also know, because this is the part of the code that I am, moving forward as a species, we are moving from the mind to the heart. We are now still, it's shifting, but we are a very mind-driven species. When you look at our systems, when you look at our education system, when you look at our reasoning, when you look at, what societies value with money or with other things, but money is the tool, the language tool. There's a lot of valuing. There's a lot of system. There's a lot of understanding, knowledge. And where we're moving into, what we're shifting into, is that instead of the doing, instead of the metrics, instead of the beautiful divine masculine principles, we're moving as a species, as a whole, into a time where we will value the beingness, the isness, no metrics, no systems, no structures. There will be structures. I'm not saying that this falls away, but this is where our main focus, our first focus will be as a species, and where we will draw our guidance from. And that is the heart. That is the divine feminine. And that is on the horizon now. It's not on the horizon. We're there. It's happening. You can look at the world. You can look into corporations. You can see all the places where women go into rooms, enter rooms where they weren't able to enter before, where positions who have not been occupied by women for a very long time, hundreds of years, are now beginning to be occupied by women. And so this little exercise that I did, merging the frequencies of universal love and money, is actually, this is very relevant for me individually, but it also happens to be the future of humanity, because love, the heart, will be our driving force in everything. And I'm not talking the day after tomorrow. What I see, what I'm looking at is like the real next stage of our evolution, which there will be quantum leaps and there will be huge shifts, especially for people who are immersed in these themes and in this openness and evolution. Like, we are open to quantum leaps. But to get to a point where really all of us are there, yes, it'll be a while, and that's fine. There are just the people who lead the way, and that's us. And what I love here is just, that's not even just talking about the future, which that's my main realm, thousands of years from now. But even now, to understand that with spending money, I am giving a part of my energy that is coded with my consciousness. I give that into the world. And so I am signaling to the universe, one, here, this is me, and this is what I offer to the world. This pocket of energy coded by my consciousness. I pay someone, I spend somewhere, I use to create something. This is the vehicle of my energy, brings my energy into the thing where the money lands. That's the one thing. And then the second thing is, the signal to the universe is, because it is an extension of me, it also entangles me to the thing. So when I spend mindlessly on things that don't represent what I want to stand for, then this energy of mine goes there and falls kind of flat, because there's no value, no coherence, no resonance to who I am. But when I choose to put my money where my heart is, whatever my heart wants, that's very different for everyone. then I'm signaling to the universe, I am that. Say I purchase the service of a mentor, or I purchase art, or I spend money on having a beautiful experience at a beautiful place. That is the signal to the universe. This is what I want my energy to entangle with. And it's not, like, can be overwhelming to think about it this way, but it's asking us to take responsibility for every moment. It's not that we make a decision and we do a thing and then the moment passes and then we're done. This moment and the choice that we made will stay with us forever. And the page in the book of the universe will be written forever by us. It will forever carry our energetic signature. And so the impact that we make with an action, with spending my money there, putting my money here, will forever be in my field. This does not mean that I cannot correct. There's always an opportunity to correct. Every moment is an opportunity to correct. And it is just like I think we begin to understand this with evil speech. And someone said that there was a time when there were a couple of reels like going around on Instagram. Like, just imagine every word that you speak being etched into your skin as a tattoo that never goes away. That is basically the quantum field. That is us thinking, speaking, doing. All of this is etched into the quantum field, into our forever existing stream of beingness through time and space. And so we want to become conscious. We want to realize that money that moves through our hands is energy coded by us, forever coded by us. And so wherever we put it, it holds our consciousness there forever. And our consciousness will be entangled with this thing forever. All right, reading again. Day 20 of the God Wants to Talk to You challenge. My love, as you evolve as a species, all your movement, all your efforts, all your focus will become expressions of love. You come from a time of survival, and so your money and its regulations are expressions of survival. You are moving into a time of love, divine desire, and art. And so your money will be an expression of your love, your desire, and your art. Money is the language that you give your energy to make it tangible, to make it transferable, to make it translatable. It says, as an individual, I value this. As a society, we value this. As a species, this is what we are. Money is how your identity travels into the world. As your identity changes, collectively and individually, the frequency your money carries into the world changes. Money is an extension of your energy. Money is an extension of what you are. When you understand this, money becomes a sacred tool for your sacred creation. Every creation holds the frequency of its creator. Everything you create holds your frequency. Money is the vehicle that moves your frequency into your creation. What you are, your money is. As you become love, so does your money. Love, God. All right, my loves. This is it. See you soon for day 21.